Morning, everyone. Darren at Leviathan Financial Management, talking to you from the CME trading floor on SOFA. So, what do we have for you this morning? Well, we've just had short time ago, the PPI report, the Inflationary Producer Price Index, and it was horrible. It was horrible. We expected ex food and energy to be around 4.3%. It's coming at 5%. The final demand, 5.2%, sorry, nearly a 4.9% higher than what was forecast. The final demand was 6%, up from an expected 4.8%. And the headline number month to month was expected 0.3 and actually came in at 0.6. And on top of that, all the revisions from the previous month were higher. So what does this mean? Well, what it means is that the chances, or it's more solidifying the hiking cycle that we are currently implying in the markets, short-term rate markets. Now, ordinarily, I would say this is not good for the stock market, but the stock market is in its own little world. It doesn't care about things like inflation or war or whatever. There is, however, a lot of speculation over who is going to benefit from what is basically going to be the main news today, and that is the Trump-Xi meeting with Trump flying out to China and talking about what basically is going to shape the world for the God knows how long going forward. It could be a very significant meeting. Not holding as many cars as we did last time, but we shall see. But there was a lot of speculation, especially as NVIDIA CEO has joined Trump, the Trump delegation, that deals could be struck to benefit a lot of the AI companies, and as they're making up the majority of the S&P, you're going to come in seeing the S&P actually small up on the day, even though we had these horrible numbers. We also have had Kevin Warsh confirmed by the Senate to a 14-year Federal Reserve Board term in what was a 51-45 vote. And it will tee up for a Senate vote today on his nomination to lead the Fed on a 4-year term. And also in the UK, that's been making headlines with the Prime Minister Starmer on life support is meeting with his health secretary to try and decide not to resign, which would trigger a vote to see if he'll still lead the party. We've got a couple of Fed speakers still due out today. Fed's Collins, Kashkari, and Logan will be talking, and ECB's President Lagarde. I guess it's still going to be about keeping an eye on any news from the Iran war. However, the headlines, I think, will be made up of whatever comes out of the Trump-Xi meeting, or anything, anything that comes out, any news headlines going to get picked up on. One other thing I wanted to have a quick review with you guys about was this one. On February the 10th, we put out a trade idea for a potential covering downside play in SOFA. It was a 52, 60, 61 plus. Strikes are listed there if you don't know the shorthand. Put fly 4 by 5 by 1. This is a trade that our big boy system pulled out, and it likes it the best risk reward. just to give you an idea, you could get in at this. We actually got in at this at a price of 2, including costs. The price was at the time offered at 1 3/4. And just to show you now what the actual thing is worth, it settled at 14.5. That is a huge increase on the return there. So let's see, 1 3/4. I mean, you're on your way to the exit value, but you're so hugely onside. We could see this going up even further. So from this stage, if you did do it and did participate in this trade, a couple of you did, then it's probably still worth hanging on to. It still has some legs in it. So you can see here by the heat map, the further down we go, the more likely we are to really kick in on this thing. So it's a lovely protection trade for the downside if you had it on, or rate hikes. And as I said, still has some legs in it. So we'll have a look at some other trades for you either today or tomorrow about potential hike cycle trades. And as that seems to be the way we're heading at the moment. I did say this morning, as far as some firms or banks still hanging on to that cut cycle with, I think it was UBS pushing back their initial cut idea from December to March. Good luck with that. Anyway, as always, better be lucky than be good. So good luck trading, and we will speak to you later. Have a good day.